Weekdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, NFL Network Good Morning Football Time. I'm Bill Goldberg, putting my rep on the line for one show and one show only.
Yes.
For Kay, Kyle, Peter, Nate, other morning sports shows. Watch your back, because you're next.
Yeah! My man, Bill, thank you so much. Thank you. You're awesome.
My pleasure.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from parts unknown, by way of Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Dawsonville, Georgia, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing in at 265 pounds, an 11th round pick of the 1990 NFL Draft, Goldberg!
Thanks for throwing that out there, man. At least I wasn't the last pick. And it's funny because people were like, I can't believe the NFL actually had 11 rounds.
You were the best, though. A steal. I remember Mel Kiper loved you in the 11th. Bill, this Saturday you're going to be taking on Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship belt at Summerslam. It is such an honor to have you here. We showed the last time you were here, you told us a tale about getting fined $10,000 for defending teammate Deion Sanders during a scuffle. I've got to know, has Deion repaid you that debt? What do you remember about that moment?
I think... first and foremost, no, Deion has not repaid me. And second of all, I think it was against Will Shields. I was Deion's baggage handler, so I had to take care of him all the time. And most of the time in the NFL, I spent on the sidelines. And so it was a kick return, and he caught the ball and nonchalantly walked out of bounds. He got drilled by half of their team, and I came from one end of the bench to the other, wielding my helmet, which kids don't ever do anything like that. But I had to be there for the guy who kept me around, man. Basically, Deion's a great guy. Love him to death, but yeah, he still owes me $10,000.
All right, but you had a pretty good football career there, Goldberg. You're not just a wrestler. You had a real year with the Rams, the Falcons, the Panthers. Give us your best story from your playing days in the NFL.
Jumpy Gathers.
Yeah.
The legend.
Family. The Gathers family.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable. But Jumpy, they nicknamed him the forklift, and he'd lock her to the right of me, and to the left of me was Pierce Holt. And Jesse Tuggle and I would work out after the second two-a-day practice every day. And we were very intense. Jesse's a man's man. He trained all the time, and I was the same. And we were into it to the nth degree. We were doing shoulder presses with, I think, 130-pound dumbbells. And we were the only ones in the weight room, and in comes Jumpy Gathers, smoking a cigar, wearing street clothes. And I didn't know what he was up to, but Jesse did. And Jumpy sat down with a big smile on his face, took a puff off his cigar, and said, "What are you guys doing?" And Jesse just told him basically to get out of there. And I was enthralled by Jumpy. He was a freak of nature to begin with. But so he grabs the 130-pound dumbbells with a cigar in his mouth, and he's pressing them like it was absolutely nothing, talking to us at the same time. And so, yeah, Jumpy was an absolute freak. But I had the pleasure of being on a football team at the Falcons with a bunch of legends, whether it's Mike Gann, Mike Ken, Deion Sanders, Jesse Tuggle, Chuck Smith, Jamal Anderson. We had Jumpy. We had a great time. But that was then, and NFL's changed exponentially. So.
No doubt about it, man. The 130-pound dumbbells, that was always reserved for like shoulder shrugs, right? Give me the wrist straps and some chalk. I'm going to do some shrugs. Bench press with a cigar, that's impressive. Listen, your football career, when it ended, I know that there was all kinds of questions for you, and it's like, all right, what am I going to do? And listen, I have a confession. I wanted to do two things in life. I wanted to play professional football or be a pro wrestler. You got to do both, my man. And when you burst onto the scene, you're sitting there wrestling with Hogan and Kevin Nash and DDP. Some of these legends. What was that time like for you?
I always like to say I was in the right place at the right time. Hulk Hogan needed somebody to go against. He needed a new, fresh, good guy, and I was a new guy on the scene. And I get done with my inauspicious football career. And I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I really didn't. And it wasn't until my accountant picked up the phone and called me and said, you might want to get off your ass and go do something. And I was with the Falcons for 3-4 years, and I had become friends with a lot of the guys at the WCW. They lived in town. They headquartered, WCW headquartered in Atlanta. And it was I don't want to say it was a natural transition by any stretch, but as you see me tackling guys in the ring, it was a fairly natural transition. I can't say by any stretch of the imagination that I was an entertainer on the football field, but I took to it fairly quickly. I had my own idea of what character I thought would work. Mixed martial arts at the time was becoming huge. I thought it was at the forefront of exploding. And I was a 280-pound Jewish defensive lineman that knew mixed martial arts. So
Sure.
somehow that worked.
It worked. You're a Hall of Famer. The guys are smiling. I have 3 work brothers here at the breakfast table. Bill, you come up all of the time. I have seen more imitation jackhammers and spears than I feel comfortable with at this point. So fans still recreating your signature moves today. How do you feel when you see that almost 25 years later?
Oh, it's an honor. For me, it kind of leaves me speechless, which is hard to imagine. But to leave some type of an impression positively on a generation of fans is one thing, but to have it transcend into generations that come afterwards, it's truly an honor and a privilege. I'm a very lucky guy. I was in the right place at the right time. Been around a lot of people with great work ethic, and it's a support staff. You guys know that you're only as good as your teammates. So I've been very lucky, in the right place at the right time. But I have a pretty decent work ethic, so I'd like to think that part of it, I deserve and I made happen. But the fact is, it's a scripted business, and I'm very fortunate that I'm still in the script.
We're thrilled that you still are. Look, there was a time when if you weren't spearing your brother or your dad in the backyard or in the kitchen anywhere, you weren't living. That was what we were doing.
In the hallway here.
Spearing or streaking.
Or getting the tribal
so,
tattoo
Bill,
on
I
your
want to ask
shoulder.
you about the streak. There's a lot of debate still online in wrestling circles about how many matches you won. Most say it's 173, but there are some out there that claim that number is actually inflated. What is your official take on the exact number of your undefeated streak?
I really don't care what the number was. It makes no difference to me. The fact is that over 100 people sacrificed themselves to be part of that streak. And it's a streak, I think, that will live for a long time. Obviously, someone at WWE broke that streak, but it doesn't mean that it's going to go away by any stretch of imagination. It was a different time in the wrestling business, and it worked. The character worked, and again, man, I'm very lucky to have been able to make a career in the business and make it last so long. It was and is. It's an honor to be here.
Goldberg, I think about all the different wrestlers you used to face, the Kevin Nashes, the Vinces Russos, of course, the Scott Steiner. I remember the Fall Brawl in 2000. Wrestling today versus wrestling then. Is the fan base as passionate now as it used to be? And expanding these generations, how can we embrace SummerSlam? And what do you think about the sport as a future?
Well, as it was back in the day, I think there were more icons back in the day. Maybe it was an age thing. Maybe it's because a lot of them were elder statesmen, and there are a lot of Hall of Fame type guys. Nowadays, it seems like the card is stacked with a bunch of young kids, and it's the future of the business. I think it's being left in good hands. I think there are a number of integral parts of it right now that contribute to its success. As far as the fans are concerned and how they differ, it's a whole different ballgame. Let's throw COVID out of it, but it's weird because fans seem to pay their money now to get into the arena and call the shots. Whereas back in the day, they were content with sitting back and viewing the show as opposed to them trying to dictate it. I'm not a fan of the fans today trying to do that. It kind of stomps on what we try to present for them. It's more of an interactive generation. So they're very vocal. They don't throw quarters at us like they used to in Philly, but it's still an extremely passionate group, and hopefully it'll culminate this weekend. At Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be a very interesting situation. The card is stacked, no question about it. My opponent, Bobby Lashley, obviously is the WWE champion, but he's a guy that I've wanted to go against for a very long time. I'm a defensive lineman. I'm a meathead. That's me. That's who I am. I see big, gigantic dudes who overpower people. And even at 54 years old, I think that I can go out there and do that to them. And so it's my job this weekend to do that to Bobby Lashley, teach him a little respect. And I've said it before, I'm karma. I don't like the way he treats that championship title. So I think it should be around the waist of somebody who could represent it, in a positive manner as opposed to going around bullying people. So there you go.
That's our guy right there. From DDP to Deion to SummerSlam, he is still doing it. Goldberg, I'm sorry we're out of time. We wanted to hear you. When can we expect a sequel to your movie Santa's Sleigh that you did with Fran Drescher? Because we love Santa's Sleigh. But kill it this weekend, man. Go get it, SummerSlam.
You got it. Thanks for having me on, guys and girls. You all have a wonderful day. Who's next?
That's the man.
Awesome.